It's been super helpful. I mean, so many things where I just point and everybody's just willing to help, and this is truly a team effort. Yeah, there's a very cheesy saying: "Teamwork makes the dream work," and today I think we've proven that. So just want to share the praise. I'm sorry, this is a very long speech. I won't get mad if some of you make like the hurry up sign. I will. All right, chill. Okay. So, Tim asked me to officiate the wedding, as you may have noticed, but he also asked me to be his best, tallest, and handsomest man. So here we are again. Let me Let me seize this chance to thank the bridesmaids, the women that are present, and especially the bride for looking just absolutely stunning. Right? Yeah. And I don't know how many of you have actually taken a chance to look up and just realize where we are and how amazing this looks and how lucky we are that the rain clouds passed us by. I mean, I'm not a religious man, but I'm going to say thank God. Very good, my friend. What a day. First, I would like to outline how a best man speech is structured according to the internet. It's 5% like thanking the guests and, 5% thanking the bride and the groom and everybody for being there. And then it's 90% shitting on the groom. Okay? So, I don't want to do this, but I have to, yeah? It is tradition. And 10% advice. I know that equals to 110%. That's on purpose. I always give 110%. I'm also currently seeking employment. So spread the word. Ty always gives 110%. All right? Tell your friends. Okay, let's begin for real now. All right. If you're one of the lucky ones, there will come a time in your life when you will meet your soulmate. You will learn patience. You will learn to compromise. Learn to be there for one another through everything. It's someone who motivates you, laughs with you, and humbles you. Let me tell you about how Tim and I first met. 12 years ago, he kind of made the same joke, which just makes it all the sweeter. But 12 years ago, I met Tim, and he told this story a few times back in Beijing in 2010. We attended a course at the Beijing Technical University to learn Mandarin. And day one at lunchtime, I asked the Dutch group of which he was a part, hey, you guys want to have lunch? And we walked off to like a Baozi place, and on the way there, I put my arm around him, and I got up real close, the way Dutch people really love it when you invent personal space. And I said to him, I think we're going to become good friends. I said that even though he had like a super stupid looking piercing here. He looked super trashy. But, I'm not that shallow. Okay, during the day we'd go to uni and study Mandarin, and at night we'd go out and drink ourselves stupid, and as you know, some of us stupider than others. And Tim and his fellow Dutch buds lived at a place called Zhujiang Dijing. Yeah, you can clap if you want, that's difficult to pronounce. I can still remember that name because it was like the place where we had all our parties, and after partying at night in Beijing, you had to tell the cab driver where you wanted to go, and if you were super smushed and didn't even speak Chinese, it was like, we could have ended up anywhere, but somehow it worked because we were drunk a lot, we ended up practicing that word a lot. That's why it's just stuck in there, man. That's like the hub where this relationship flower started to grow. Okay. That's where our story started. Since then, we've been to 8 different countries together. Yeah, we've boxed in the parks of Beijing. We've grappled in the clubs of KL. And we've kickboxed on the streets of Thailand. And we have yet to find a good way to settle an argument. Tim is a very unique person. He is two-faced, but not in the way that is usually meant. What I mean is, there is a Tim that is well-educated. He's a well-traveled professional head salesman for the Southeast Asian market for a reputable company, jet-setting all over, wearing a Rolex, drinking expensive Singaporean beers with many friends and his beautiful wife. Yeah? A proper, accomplished man. Yeah. However, there is also another Tim. a very different Tim. This other Tim is special. And I mean special as in my child is special, so it goes to a special school. I don't know when it started, but Saskia, Tim's mother, once told a story where Tim was maybe 7 or 8, and he came home without any shoes. When she asked him what had happened to them, he said he didn't know. And she genuinely believed him, because that is the type of child he was. And not much has changed since. There is a Tim that hid his expensive dress shoes in the kitchen of his apartment because he thought they might get stolen, then forgot that he hid them, thought they were stolen, got really angry, and his roommate found them. There is a Tim that managed to lose his wallet at home during lockdown. He just threw it down the garbage chute. Special. Tim, once in a charity, thought that he lost all his stuff and got so angry he almost slapped his own face. And then Rami told him, did you check your fanny pack that you were wearing? And he did, and everything was there. Special. So there was one time he was with Marcus. They had just completed an hour of yoga. Very relaxed, very zen. Tim walks out, fuddles with his phone, immediately drops it, brand new iPhone, gets so angry, it's smashed. Spider app, he stomps on it again twice. That's who he is. Can I have a real quick show of hands? Who here has seen him lose or break something? Who's got the camera? That's everybody, basically. All right. Page 205. Yeah. There is a Tim that for some reason just cannot help breaking his front tooth. He looks like a hillbilly at least once a year. And that face that he has with that broken front tooth, that's the real face of the second Tim. There is a Tim that thought it would be a good idea to jump into a wooden crib. Yeah. A crib meant for babies. We were at a very nice Airbnb that happened to have a crib, and Tim got excited about that, so he shouted, I'm a baby, I'm a baby, jumped into the crib and smashed it. You'd think this was like during his wild teenage years? No, this is 2 months ago. When I plan a trip with Tim, and this is totally true, I calculate my budget and I add 10% on top. I call that retard tax. That's because I know something is going to get lost, something is going to get broken, and someone is going to have to pay. Tim is the type of guy. I'm sorry. Tim is the type of guy that will speak to you, and while he's doing that, pick an eye booger out of his eye, eat it, and then tell you what it tastes like. Salty. There's a chat group that a few of the guys from KL have, and over the course of a weekend, Tim left 10 voice messages. They were all exclusively recordings of his farts. That's it. No words, just the farts. Like 10 videos, you know? Often during those times, when I pay the retard tax, when I see him passed out on some floor, when I listen to his fart recordings, when I look at his smile with the tooth missing, I ask myself, what kind of woman would willingly live with this man? This drunken ginger fart machine. What kind of woman could love a man who keeps losing his shoes and his teeth? What kind of woman, nay, what golden-hearted saint would take this man and happily keep him forever? And now here we are. There she stands! Thank you, from all of us. So, let me move on to the advice portion of the speech. My wife, Sue, and I, we've been together for almost 12 years, and I think from our generation we have almost everybody beat except for Rami and Raf. And what I've learned about marriage is this. Marriage is when love turns into a constant struggle for supremacy and dominance. So here's some tricks to help you in the upcoming struggles. That's what being married does for you. All right. Number 1, don't let yourself go. The ladies love a dad bod is a myth. The moment nobody but your spouse wants you is the moment your spouse isn't sure they want you either. Keep it tight, keep that gun show open. All right. Pick your battles. Also, you can score easy points if you use this little trick. Now, let's say she asks you about what color bath mat you should get. Instead of saying, don't really care, I don't give a fuck, you could say, I'm not sure. In this case, I would defer to your opinion since you have such good taste when it comes to interior design. That's how you rack up the points, you know? It's a marathon. You need those points. All right, last and biggest point, and I would like to crowdsource this. Who here thinks they know what is the secret to a good relationship? Shout it out.
To be a little bit deaf.
Come on.
Yes, communication. That's exactly the one I was fishing for. I love that, but I think something else should go with that. Communication itself is king, but it also needs introspection and space. It's always great to talk, but sometimes it's not the right time to talk. Give each other space to look inside yourself, find out why you're angry, why you're sad. Vent, let the emotions calm a little, and then seek each other out and communicate. I think that's the biggest piece of genuine advice I can give anybody. The people from the bachelor party know I love abbreviations, so I made one for this one as well. It's CIS. Yeah, CIS, communication, introspection, space, easy to remember. Tim is a cisgendered male. Boom, there you go. All right. Easy to remember. Okay, where are we? Okay, I cut all this. My love. I've met few people in my life that are as interesting, as fun, as reliable, and absolutely down for anything. Val really put it best when she said, you just walk the walk. And as gay as it may sound, I genuinely loved all the times we spent together. I get giddy and excited when I know we're going to meet, and I cannot wait to meet your children. I have the urge to tell you, stay the way you are, don't change. However, you have changed, and it's just made you better. So instead I'll just say, keep changing the way you've been changing. Grow, prosper, multiply, and enjoy the blessing that is being married to a fantastic woman. Val, I love you for Tim. I love Tim for you. I'm grateful to know you and happy that you're going to take this silly man as your husband. I've proven 12 years ago that I can see the future of relationships. I can see this one is going to be good. So let me complete the ritual and speak the magic words. I think you two are going to have an absolutely fantastic marriage. And now, please let me be the man to make the cheesiest toast tonight. And I've never been more serious when I say, let us toast this beautiful couple and their beautiful love on this fucking beautiful day. I love you both. To Val and Tim!
Nice one, nice. Nicely done.
Yeah.